Hey guys, Parfax here. Alright, update 7 is coming close. We don't know the exact day yet, but we know it's going to be fairly close. And this video is just on what you should do to get ready for update 7. Alright, let's get started. Alright, as you can see here, I'm on Parfax. He's my sorcerer. He's the first character ever made. Still one of the funnest to play. Alright, this video will not focus on the specific changes to class skills and dodge roll and shields and that kind of thing. But it's been so long since we've had content come out, and especially new VR content. I want to give you guys some tips on what I'm going to do once this patch launches, and what I'm going to do up until then. Alright? So, let's see if I have any. Save all of your Druax, all of your Tempering Alloys, and all of your woodworking. I forget what the woodworking one is. Okay? The reason being is, anytime an update drops, the price goes up. It will come back down, but it always spikes a little bit. Alright? So what I do is, if you plan on making everything purple or blue or yellow, if you don't have some, buy it. Go to your stores, post in your zone chat, and buy it, because it's not going to be any cheaper then than it is now. Okay? So tip number 1, keep all of your upgrading mats. Tip number 2, and this kind of goes along with the first one, make sure you get plenty of mats to refine. Okay? Because, again, you don't want to have to go out forking out all this money for your mats. So make sure you go out and you farm enough mats if that's the way you do it. You know, so like here's some void cloth. You know, you're going to want to pick that up. There's some wood. Make sure you get all the material you're going to need. Alright, and that's kind of basic stuff, and that's kind of thing that most people know, but I wanted to let you guys know. Alright, the next tip. All of your gear, do not upgrade any of it. It is more than likely going to be, for the most part, useless once VR 16 comes out. Keep the gear you have, whether it's purple or yellow. Go ahead and keep it. Okay? Don't upgrade it. It's not going to do you any good, because you're going to have to get new gear anyway. Okay? Kind of going along that same thing. They are supposedly fixing Nern. Okay? If they fix Nern, the weapon Nerns, which I don't know if I have any. Let's see. I don't know if I have any on me. No. The ones that are for your clothing, get rid of right now. If you can sell it for a little bit below what it's going for right now, sell. Because when they fix it, it is not going to be nearly as good as it is right now. The price is going to drop. Now, having said that, the weapon ones, like on this one, they might drop a little bit, but for the most part, they're still going to be a little expensive. So if you have some and you want to gamble a little bit, you can go ahead and get rid of it, because it gives 18%. I believe Sharpened gives 14, I believe. So you get an extra 4% spell penetration for magic users if you use Nerdhoned. Okay, so it's still better than Sharpened in every way, but just not as good as it was. Okay, as you can see, I have 4 Nerdhoned weapons right here. Alright. Next, and probably the most important thing. If there's one gear piece or 2 gear piece that is selling really good when it comes out, I know it's very tempting to keep it. Okay, I understand. But sell it. If you need money, sell it. I know many of people in this game that have become millionaires due to that simple logic right there. If it's hot, drop it, it'll drop in price. Every once in a while you'll get burned. Some pieces that weren't, they were decently expensive, now are outrageous, like Warlock rings and some other pieces like that. You know, Shadow Walker. Those weren't as expensive. Now they are outrageously expensive. Hundreds of thousands of coins is what it takes to get them. At one point, they weren't that expensive. Okay? But I don't expect to see anything like that that goes up. But, again, I don't know what gear sets are coming out. So, when it drops, if it's hot, drop it. Alright? Next thing. When it drops, farm it. Whatever it is, people want it. Whether it's a piece of crap gear that, you know, you don't think it's going to be any good. If you have room for it, keep it. A little story. Drew King Slayer. The Vet 14s dropped from Sanctum Ophidia. A bunch of my guildmates and I, we ran Sanctum every day. Well, most of us saved our Drew King stuff. Some of them deconned it. If you have room for it, we kept it. When we started running the Drew King Slayer, would go for like 500 gold a piece. It went from 500 gold a piece to 70,000 gold a piece. So if that's not a lesson, I don't know what is. I had some guys that they made, I think it was like 500, 600,000 gold in 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, just with the Drew King Slayer pieces. So keep it. If you have room, keep it until you can't keep it no more. That's my motto. I have a guild bank. If you don't, I would suggest trying to get one. I know, you know, it's not physically possible for everybody to have a guild bank. And if you don't have a guild bank, it's fine. Get some guild, or get some bank tunes. I have a couple myself that I just dump some of my gear on. I've had to delete some of them due to the fact that I've been making more characters and it's been crowding my banks a little bit more. But if you're not using all 8 characters, create them, give them like gems and miscellaneous. Crafter 101. Give it that name. Or give it like weapon maker. You know, or weapon bagger. You know, give it names like that so you know what it is, so you can look at it and then drop it. Because when this comes out, you're going to want to try to keep all the pieces you can get. If it drops VR 16 Way of the Air, keep it. I have a good suspicion that it's going to. And that if it does, you're going to want to keep it. Okay, same thing with Martial Knowledge. The Martial Knowledge, Way of the Air, and the Fire set, the heavy set that no one uses. Those have been dropping 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so if they drop in 15 or 16, make sure you keep them, especially Martial Knowledge, because they're going to sell for a lot. A lot. And they're going to go for a lot really quickly. People are making money, especially, this is, for making money, this next upstate will be one of the best. Because what did they release that people are making money off of, including myself? The XP potions. Those fragments are so easy to get, and they're still going for about 100,000 a piece. I just got one today and sold it for 100,000. Okay? So, people are going to have money. All these people that are farming fragments, they're going to have money, and they're going to be wanting to drop it. When 1.6 came out, I spent a quick 400,000 on mats and stuff like that to upgrade. You know, and there was a lot of people that did that like me. Now, there's a lot of people that made a bunch of money when it came out because they were the ones that I was buying off of because they decided to be smart, unlike myself, and keep everything. So when they kept everything, they went ahead and sold it all to me. Because I was like, yeah, this build sounds cool. I'm going to do it. And, you know, partially because I bring you guys so many builds, you guys don't quite understand the amount of gold it takes. Because, you know, I haven't been doing this many lately, but a lot of times I got to respec I've got to respec my attributes, my skills, my champion points. I have to buy some gear a lot of times because I want to make sure that I have all the gear on. That's why sometimes you'll see me with like blue or purple gear, because if I don't have it, I buy it. I bought Morag Tong specifically for a build. Now, having said that, it's my favorite build I have yet. I'm with a Bosmer Nightblade, but that's beside the point. So, I got off topic there a little bit. But, yeah, keep the gear if you can get it. Make bank tunes, do whatever you have to do. Try to keep all the gear. Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to touch on that relates to what you want to do before the game, or before the next update comes out. Ooh, sorry about that. Is don't spend your AP and don't spend your gold. Okay, because now they haven't released whether or not they're going to allow V16 Shadow Walker, Cyrodiil's Light, but if they do, you want to try to get them, because they are going to go for major money, because everybody like myself, Deltia, and everybody that I play with, they're going to want to get them, whether they have to farm the AP for them, which you might do yourself, or whether they're just going to buy them with gold because they have so much of it, which it says I only have 13,000, but I put big chunks in my bank, so I have a lot more than 13,000. I'm not rich by any means. I spent too much money in this game by making builds and making everything legendary. As you can see, I have 4 Nirnhund weapons right here. I have a bunch of just stuff that is legendary that I'll never use again. But yeah, so don't spend it. I know it's very tempting, especially to get gold, and there is a small chance that that doesn't happen, and there's a very small chance that there could be jewelry sets that give 2-piece weapon and spell damage. But I'll put it this way: there are 2 sets for weapon and 2 sets for magic that actually give a 2-piece weapon and spell damage. The other spell damage one is a Cyrodiil piece that gives 85 or 89 for 2 pieces. This gives 171, so Cyrodiil's Light's going to be worth it. And then the weapon damage is the 2-Fang Snake, which I don't have in this character, and it's only from trials. So yeah, so keep your AP, keep your gold, because you're going to need it. If you need to spend gold on mats, that's fine. But if you don't have to, don't spend it. Don't upgrade anything. Don't buy anything you don't need to, just because you don't know what's going to happen. And odds are something's going to come out. No, okay. I am 100% positive something is going to come out that people are going to want, and they're going to spend hundreds of thousands of gold. It is the quickest way to be a millionaire in this game, is when an update comes out. Farm it, get it, sell it. That's basically my whole thing that I've been telling you here, guys. Alright, I'm probably not going to come out with a build in the near future. I might do some more grinding spots, which is probably what I'm going to work on next, because for the most part, I don't want to put out a build that in a couple weeks or a month I'm going to have to redo because of this new update. When the next update comes out, I will give you guys an updated builds. I know you guys love my sorcerer builds. It's probably one of my most effective. I do have an absolutely amazing Bosmer Nightblade build that is different from my Jukester build, which I absolutely love, especially as an Imperial. But I'm not going to go ahead and make it when I'm going to have to update it here in a couple weeks. Unfortunately, I was planning on doing that this week because I loved it so much. I've been using it in PvP, and it is awesome. I mean, that's the only thing I can say about it. Absolutely awesome and so much fun to use. Alright, I think that's about it. Like I said, I'm probably going to do some grinding guides. If you guys want to see something other than a build, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm also thinking about streaming. Okay, I've gotten quite a few people in and out of game on Twitter and messaging me saying that they want me to stream. I'm thinking about it. Let me know if you guys want me to. If you want to join the Dominion Raiders, it is my guild. It's on the AD side, but you can join whether you're Daggerfall or not. You can go ahead and whisper me or send me an email in-game at Parfax, and I'll get you into the guild. We have 105 members right now, only a couple on, because most of them are inactive, as you can see. But it's where if you want to ask me some questions, or you just want to chill around and talk, I'll be in there. I hang out a lot with another guild, but if you need anything, you can whisper me in-game, out-of-game. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in Tamriel.